Today we're talking about how homeowners actually pick a contractor in 2026. If you're a contractor and want to book more high-ticket jobs with less effort, it's crucial you understand what's actually happening in a homeowner's brain before they hire anyone. Once you learn this, you'll never look at your marketing the same ever again. In this video, I'm going to break down the exact way homeowners choose who to trust with a $100,000 remodel, why some contractors win those jobs without even trying, and the specific things you can do to make sure it's you they call first. If you follow this, your marketing will perform completely different. If you don't know who I am, my name's Chris. I run Power 10. I work with high ticket, mostly residential contractors and home service operators on their growth strategy. My last client did $1.6 million in booked projects on this strategy I specifically built. And my inbox has been filling up over the past month with contractors that seem to be asking me the exact same question. How do I get these homeowners to know who I am before they get to know me? Well, this video is the answer. Here's what I'm going to walk you through. What's happening in a homeowner's brain, step by step, from the moment they think about remodeling to the moment they end up calling somebody to get a project done. Second is what specifically you can do to be the contractor they call. This is the highest leverage marketing you'll ever learn as a contractor. So let's get into it. Now, before I break this down, I know exactly what you might be thinking. Chris, most of my work comes from referrals. My clients tell their friends. I don't need this. 20 to 30% of high-end residential work comes from referrals. That's real, but that's not the problem. The problem is the other 70 to 80%. If you figure out how to win that 70%, you can double your business overnight without having to touch a single referral relationship. So here's how it actually works under the hood. When a homeowner in your market decides they want a remodel, there's a very specific process that happens in their brain. Most contractors have no idea what any of this looks like because they've never seen it. This can happen entirely in their home, on the phone, in their head, long before they ever contact anybody. So step one is the trigger. Something happens in their life that makes a remodel accessible. Could be an inheritance, could be a promotion, could be a new baby coming, could be they just walked into their outdated bathroom for the 1,000th time and said, enough. Whatever it is, the switch flips and they're gonna do it. Step two is the research phase. This is the part that matters most because it's the biggest chunk of the time that they spend. They immediately start scrolling. Not Angie's, not the yellow pages, not Google, it's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest. They're saving photos, following accounts, screenshotting pictures of different rooms, even watching some before and afters, reading reviews. This phase can last 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years. And during this whole time, contractors have no idea that this person in their area is even thinking about a remodel. So step three is the trust building. During that research phase, they're not just kind of collecting photos. They're building this invisible list, a short list of contractors that they like and trust, not because those contractors pitched to them. It's because their content kept showing up on their feed. Their face was familiar. Their aesthetic matched what the homeowner wanted specifically for their house. Now, step four is the short list. When they're ready to actually reach out, they're not comparing 4 or 5 different contractors. They're not shopping anymore. They have already decided exactly who they want to work with. They're calling the 2 and maybe 3 that they already trust. That's it. If you're not on that short list before they even decide, you don't exist to them. Now, step 5 is the outreach on their end, the call, the text. They'll fill out a form or they pick up a phone, and this is where speed to lead matters more than almost anything else. Whoever from that short list responds first wins. If contractor A takes 5 minutes to text back and contractor B takes 3 hours, contractor A got the job, even if contractor B does better work, because they were ready to hire when they called and they went with the one that treated them like they mattered. Now, the last step, step 6, is the close. They pick, and honestly, they're mostly not picking on price, not at the top of the market. They're picking on that gut feeling, how well they were treated in the first 24 hours, whether the person that called them back sounded like a real human, whether the walkthrough felt safe, whether they can imagine that person in their home for the next 4 to 6 months. That is the entire process. And here's the thing you need to sit with. Your marketing has to have already been there for weeks before they've even decided. If your marketing only shows up in the moment of the decision, you've already lost because they've made their decision 6 weeks ago based on what they were seeing while you weren't necessarily paying attention. Now, here is the part almost no contractor understands. When homeowners pick from their shortlists, it's not necessarily a rational decision. It's not who has the best photos, most reviews, who's the cheapest. They're making an emotional decision. And I would say they're looking for these 3 very specific feelings. So the first feeling, I already kind of touched on this, but it's trust. They have to believe you're going to do the job and do quality work in a given time frame. Feeling 2 is protection. They have to feel like you're going to kind of protect them from different contractors, the subs, the delays, the change orders. They want somebody who can handle the chaos so that they don't have to. And feeling 3 is warmth. They have to believe you're a real person that they'd actually enjoy having in their own home for a couple of months. Not a company, not a business card, but a friend they can see on the street when it's all said and done and they can have a conversation with. Almost no contractor is delivering on any of those 3 feelings in their marketing. Their Instagram is job site photos with piano music. Their website looks like it hasn't been touched since before COVID. Facebook is empty. Nothing about that says trust, protection, warmth. It says, here's some pictures of stuff we've built. That doesn't make anybody feel anything. The contractors who are delivering on those feelings, who show their face, tell their story, run content that feels human, that shows the crew and shows the process, they are getting picked from the shortlist every single time. Not because they're better contractors, because they're the ones homeowners feel something about. So now that you understand how they're actually picking, let me tell you what's wrong with how contractors mostly market to them right now. So problem 1 is these Meta or Google ads. Most contractors run Google ads, and Google ads only hit them at the specific moment of decision. By the time anybody sees your Google ad, the decision's already been made. And by that point, they already have a short list in their head. You're not on it, and you're pretty much just wasting money. Problem 2, Instagram as a portfolio. A before and after picture, it might look cool, but that's not really marketing. That's a portfolio. It shows what you can build, doesn't show who you guys necessarily are. They scroll past, it doesn't even make them feel anything. Problem 3, and this is the one that I see most often, treating referrals as their entire strategy. Don't get me wrong, referrals are great. They're a massive slice of the pie, but treating referrals as your entire marketing strategy is not only risky, but it caps you. That's a ceiling. When those referrals slow down, and they almost always do at some point, your business drops. And problem 4, speed to lead is broken. A homeowner fills out a form at 8 p.m. on a Tuesday, they should get a response immediately, and they almost never do. You're paying to bring a lead in and then losing them just because you didn't have systems in place that can respond quick enough. Okay, so what you should actually do about all of this, here's the playbook. Move 1 is show up in that research phase by any means necessary. That means short form content on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, not just before and afters, actual content, walkthroughs, personality, education, behind the scene. You need to be in their feed for weeks before they ever even think about hiring you. That way, when they do think about you, you're already on that short list. Move 2, build a face brand, not a business brand. Homeowners trust people. They'll follow a real designer or builder with a personality way faster than they'll follow a company logo. If you or somebody on your staff is not on camera at all in your marketing, you are invisible when they scroll, even if your company name might be on the truck. In move 3, I already said this, but speed to lead, AI booking bot, automated text back within 60 seconds, a follow-up sequence that hits them again in 2 hours, and then 4 hours, and then 24 hours. This is not optional. And then the last move is own a specific niche in your market. Don't be we do everything. Be we specifically do modern desert kitchens in Scottsdale, Arizona between $150,000 and $400,000. Or we do gut renovations in Brooklyn brownstones between $300,000 and $800,000. Specificity builds trust. Contractors who own a niche get called first. everyone else gets compared. Now, the contractors who understand this are running this decade. I've seen it. The contractors who don't are going to keep wondering why the newer guy in town is booking the jobs they should be booking. Now, if you want a real breakdown of what installing something like this would look like in your specific business, there's a link below to apply for a strategy session. Now, it's application only. These are vetted. Me and my team only take a small number of contractors per quarter. Now, if you're just watching this for entertainment or you're not actually ready to invest in growth, please don't waste your time applying. That being said, thank you guys for watching. All I do on this channel is break down high ticket growth strategy for contractors in real time. If you want to check out any of my other free info, you can check out some of these other videos on my channel.